Hello and welcome to From the Floor on our conference channel. As my team and I walked around the exhibit floor at the Health 2022 conference, I realized two things. Many health IT professionals could not make it this year because of travel restrictions, busy schedules, and other reasons. And many excellent healthcare solutions were ready and willing to help propel healthcare forward. So here we are from the floor for you to see what you may have missed. Right. So we try to have short conversations with each of the people in the booth and revealed what their solution was, what kind of problem they were trying to solve in healthcare, and the subsequent solutions to those problems. So we hope you enjoy this new series. We're trying it out at the health conference. If it works out, we will continue to do it into next year. Special thanks to our conference sponsors, Sirius Healthcare, VMware, Transcarent, Press Ganey, Sempris, and Veritas for choosing to invest in our mission to develop the next generation of health leaders. And now to the floor.
My name is Aryeh Katz. I'm from 6 Degrees. What we do is we have a learning algorithm that understands what a person can do and adapts to his ability, creating full control over any cell phone, tablet, or computer. Pretty much understands we like to call it the ability. So if you have Parkinson's disease, it will look at the tremors and filter them out. So when you're controlling a mouse or trying to emulate a finger on a touchscreen, you're not shaking. You're physically, you might be shaking, but your cursor is staying still and only responding to your intent. If you're an amputee and you want to use a tablet, you don't have to use your fingers anymore. It's just the motion that you have. That's everything that you need in order to control your device.
So what is the problem overall in healthcare that you're trying to solve?
So we have two things that we're doing. We are already selling the assistive technology, and that is to help people get back into employment, back into work, back to connectivity. At the same time, what we started doing is we started looking at the data coming out of our algorithm. We understand if your motion is changing throughout the day, if your range has grown, if your speed has grown, and we're taking that into rehabilitation. So what we're doing right now, and the use case of what 6 Degrees is doing within rehabilitation, is we partnered with Sheba Hospital, and we tested out the ability of our technology in order to allow a better engagement for rehabilitation. We went into phantom limb pain reduction, and we worked with people that have an amputation. We looked at mirror therapy and created two games, and that's what you're going to be seeing here, two games that work as if you're doing mirror therapy, only your feet are moving as individual feet within. So you're playing a game with an amputated foot, and you're feeling as if you have a real foot, and it alleviates the phantom limb pain. And that's what we're trying to now push into the U.S. market, because we work with Sheba Hospital. We're trying to grow that. We're looking for partners in order to expand on what we did with Sheba, and then go into rehabilitation due to stroke as well, and kind of expand. And the idea is we're gamifying the entire experience, and it's constantly personalized to you. So because the algorithm is adapting and knows how you work, you constantly have a win. No matter what you do, you're succeeding in the game, and that's why you're going to come back tomorrow and do it again. And all of that data is sent to your PT as well.
Who at a healthcare system would you like to have a conversation with, and what would you like to talk to them about?
We're looking for partners. We're looking for hospitals that want to partner with us and kind of expand on what we've done and just grow with us in the U.S., because we're moving into the U.S.
You've done a lot of examples of what. Is there any specific use case, though, that you'd like to share?
Well, the easiest one is the amputation phantom alleviation technique, because that's kind of ready. We have the device, we have the games, everything is ready to go. We just need to duplicate that into the U.S. So we're looking for partners here that want to expand on what we've done in Sheba.
I'm Derris Moore. I'm the General Manager, Senior Vice President at Carrus. And a little bit about us. Carrus solves a few different problems for healthcare systems. Number one, we believe strongly that the biggest challenge right now in retention and the biggest problem with retaining our qualified and semi-qualified employees is giving them opportunities to develop their skills and sharpen their sword, so to speak, right? And so Carrus focuses on providing just-in-time training that's specific to skills and skills that, for example, a medical assistant would need to develop, or a pharmacy technician, or a medical coder. And so we work alongside healthcare systems to identify these skills and areas for opportunities for their employees to grow. The other byproduct of that is we also get to help them not only provide skills to help the person in their system do the job that they're supposed to be doing more effectively, but we also work alongside them to help career path. And so when they have a medical administrative assistant that wants to become a medical assistant, or a front desk receptionist that wants to become a medical assistant. We can work alongside them to provide very specific skill-based training to help that individual skill up, and then they can sit for those state and national third-party certifications and manifest that they can do the job effectively. The byproduct is Carrus, with our sister company, Penn Foster. We train roughly 200,000 plus people a year. And so when we train that many people, healthcare systems see us as a great conduit to be able to tap into this great pipeline of candidates that come to us because they want to get into healthcare. So our training helps develop those skills they need to be able to do these jobs in allied healthcare effectively. They lead to these third-party certifications, these national third-party certifications that validate that, and then we can introduce them into the healthcare ecosystem. So that's the two ways we currently are serving healthcare. We train employees in healthcare, help them do their job better, help them career path, and we bring lots of new people into the healthcare arena.
Who do you want to have a conversation with at a healthcare provider, and what's the conversation you want to have?
Yeah, you bet. So the people in healthcare systems and organizations that we love to talk to is anybody who's trying to develop employees so they can do their job more effectively, anybody who's concerned about retaining employees, right? Anybody who's concerned about driving up job satisfaction, anybody who's dealing with allied health professional burnout, right? These are all kind of the big things that you're hearing in healthcare. So we work very closely with talent development, talent acquisition. We work closely with the HR teams and the chief learning officers. Anybody who cares in a healthcare system about helping employees be better at doing their job or needs to go find new individuals to come and fill those open positions in their healthcare system.
My name is Sergio Wagner. I'm one of the co-founders of Health Gorilla, and I'm the Chief Strategy Officer.
And what does Health Gorilla do?
What does Health Gorilla do? So our mission is actually aggregating and empowering institutions to make insights from the data that we aggregate and normalize. So we have an interoperability platform that has the ability to ingest, aggregate, normalize, and dedupe the data. And a lot of those processes are homegrown, and we're very excited about them. And we really want to empower people to make smart decisions with data. We want to democratize access to data and work with our partners like the ones that are around to ensure that we're caring for people and we're making useful information.
So if you were able to speak to someone at a health system, who do you want to talk to, and what is the conversation you would like to have with them?
Whether it's a health system, whether it's a payer, we're focused on health systems. I actually came out of a health system, and I came out of a health system that used a prominent EMR, and the reality is that oftentimes, while we were within the boundaries of our walls, things were good. But the moment we had to transcend those walls and deal with external data sources and external EMRs, that became a bit of an ordeal. So today, one of the things that we do well is work with payers, work with hospitals, and work with even EMRs to ensure that we are technology agnostic and we ensure that people can actually have one longitudinally aggregated data set that can live anywhere our partners want. So sometimes we are at our best when we are using the form of an API, and sometimes we are at our best when we're using it as a technology, as a data stream where data can be stored and housed.
Are there any use cases you'd like to share with our audience?
Yeah, one of our partners is a company that actually does after-hours triage nursing. So which means that when health systems close at 5, these guys are basically taking care and triaging patients. They actually use and leverage our APIs to ingest, aggregate, and normalize and triage people on the spot, and then we actually push the data back into the native EMR so that the incoming staff have the ability to see what took place after hours.
And my name is Manpreet Dhalla. I'm on the founding team at Reverence Care. We help post-acute providers, so whether that's hospital systems, SNFs, and also home health and home care agencies, better transitions patients into the home.
And what is the problem that you're trying to solve in healthcare?
Yeah, so that transitional moment of patients coming to the home is very chaotic, very stressful, a lot going on for families, their patients, and so forth. And so we're really trying to make that process simpler, easier, and help patients so that they get better care at that moment in time and for those first 30, 60, 90 days.
And who at the health system would you like to have a conversation with, and what would you want to talk to them about?
I'd love to talk to them about the pain points that they have with transitional care and like bringing patients to the home, what they're doing to tackle it, and how we could potentially partner with them to help solve this issue. So folks that we would love to speak with are either on the operating side, on the discharge side, or thinking about innovation in terms of care models and bringing patients to the home.
And are there any use cases you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, so I ran and operated a home care agency in South Florida, so very much on the front lines of like seeing patients come to the home and how chaotic it is in terms of not having the right medications, not knowing who the care team was, not knowing when or where follow-up visits.
Hi there, I'm Pippa Shulman and I'm the Chief Medical Officer of Medically Home, and we are decentralizing healthcare and bringing it to patients where they want to receive it in their homes.
And what is the problem that you are trying to solve?
We initially started trying to solve the problem of about 20% of patients who sit in bricks and mortar hospital beds that actually could be safely cared for in the comfort of their own homes, where they recover better, they don't suffer the unintended consequences of hospitalization like infections, falls, things like that. And we put the patient in the driver's seat to really feel empowered around their own healthcare, so that after they have that serious illness, they get to full functional and spiritual recovery too.
Who in a healthcare system would you like to talk to, and what is the conversation you would like to have with them?
At every healthcare system, I want to talk to the patient in the bed. We do not listen enough to what actually matters to patients every single day, and what it feels like to be in a gown, to be a two-dimensional figure in a hospital bed, and that's the voice we need to elevate.
Awesome. And what is the conversation you'd like to have with them?
What happened? How'd you end up here, and where would you rather do this?
Awesome.
And how could we make it happen better for you next time?
What a great group of healthcare partners. We want to thank them for spending some time with us on the floor and sharing their aspirations, their solutions for healthcare IT. I want to thank them for talking to me and talking to Holly and talking to our team on the floor. We also want to thank our conference sponsors who are investing in our mission to develop the next generation of health leaders. They are Sirius Healthcare, a CDW company, VMware, Transcarent, Press Ganey, Sempris, and Veritas. Thanks for listening. That's all for now.